Every time I do this and this and this, I end up at the airport.
Do something fun.
I'll explain why I was walking up and down the airport like a jobless person. But first, look at you son.
Yeah. I don't hear.
Was I not better than this?
You're better.
Whoa, our layover was 8 hours, guys. I was in the Istanbul airport for 8 freaking hours, just waiting for my flight to Casablanca. Would not recommend at all. Well, except for the book spots.
The girl loves what the girl loves. I will always find a bookstore.
Honestly, guys, this entire video should be how not to plan your holiday. Although technically I did not plan it. So what happened was I saw one of these companies advertising a trip to Morocco, a group trip, and I was like, okay, that sounds fun. I don't have to do the planning work myself. I just pay and show up. Big mistake, guys. I don't know if it was this particular company or me, the fact that I did not confirm things like how long are the layovers going to be, what flights, what airlines are you booking the flights on, stuff like that. The only thing I was particular about was just being in a room alone. So I paid for a single room. But other than that, this trip had me so stressed. So I guess mistake number one is plan by yourself or choose a really good company or agent. Thankfully, there was lots of fun stuff at the Istanbul airport shop.
This is a wishing tree. And I don't know why it is exciting me, but it is. And I found this cute. Is it cute? This is profound prayer in Yoruba. Oluwa fún mi lọ́mọ, ìbejì, any gender. Oh Lord, hear our prayers. This is so cool.
Of course, I had to drop my own wish/prayer for the culture. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what I wished for. While I was doing this, some French lady came up to me and I was there speaking my broken French and realizing, oh my god, Morocco is a largely French and Arabic speaking country. How am I going to cope?
The sun is shining. The sun. Oh happy days are here.
So we got into Casablanca and here we're just heading to our hotel. At this point it feels like I've been traveling for 2 days straight. I'm hungry, sticky, sweaty, everything. It's giving Abuja vibes. Go to Abuja.
Here's my room.
So this is where I made mistake number 2. I allowed the agency tour guide person to convince me that we should go straight to the hotel instead of changing money at the airport. Never ever do this. Like, always have some money, even if it's just a little, because I ended up not being able to get food until I figured out that I could offer the hotel dollars for an overpriced buffet, because the hotel staff are just generally unhelpful. I don't know if it's because we're Nigerians.
Okay, at this point I'm tired, so if I never do a better review, this is it. This is the review. This is the room tour.
Okay, so mistake number 3 was not researching Morocco properly and not researching the predominant religions. So we went during Ramadan and I would have done things a little bit differently. So I think my tip here is research the culture and customs of where you're going so that you can plan to be respectful and plan to sort out yourself if you need to make certain concessions for religious reasons. It's 6 a.m. I just woke up and see how light out it is. Feels like it looks like 8 a.m. I kind of see why breakfast starts at 6 now. It's daytime.
So it looks like proper sunshine.
The sun is sunning. I think the first thing that I would do differently is that I would avoid large group tours. So there were about 30 people in this bus. Some people were just not interested in the subject matter of the tour. It was supposed to be a walking tour of Casablanca. So we went to some interesting places. We stopped by a palace, stopped by the Ministry of Religious Affairs, or its equivalent. I forget if that's what it's exactly called. Stopped by a popular square and an ancient church. And this tour guide was talking about architecture, right? And, all the colonial influences in Morocco, all the cultural influences, and half the people there were not interested. So I didn't have a great time trying to understand what was being said, and even the tour guide did not have a great time trying to communicate with us. And I don't know if it's us. Do you know what I mean? Like us as Nigerians, or it's just a matter of there were too many people. But this grotto at the church was really, really cool. I will put up the name of the church, and I will put up the name of a few other places that I remember us going to. This was several months ago. I should have done this video earlier. It wouldn't have been this hard to remember what was going on. But all in all, Casablanca didn't leave a strong impression in my heart. Like, I don't think I would want to go back. And it's not because it wasn't a beautiful city. I just didn't have a great time.
Art Deco style, but we see only the new Moorish from outside in terms of material, and normally it's the same stone instead of the mosaics.
This is courthouse. If court looks like this, wouldn't you feel better about your cases as a lawyer?
One random thing that I found so cool about Casablanca, and I saw this in different parts of Morocco as well, is that the architects seem to really consider the environment and the culture in deciding on building materials and how to space columns and stuff like that. I can't really explain how it was done structurally, but we saw this even at the mosque where we're going to next. But even when it was really hot outside, once you're walking under some kind of shade, even if it's outside, even if it's near shop stalls, it was cool. The weather was cool. If somebody understands the science behind this, you can explain it. But I really think more African countries should pick this up from Morocco, because you need to sort of adapt to where you live and don't just copy from the West mindlessly. I'm not sure if I explained it well, Sha, but yeah.
My name is Rali. It's a pleasure to be your guide today.
Thank you.
And it's teamwork all the time.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
We're going to see the mosque.
Come on, please. Come on.
Nigerians, come on.
Yalla yalla.
Yalla yalla.
Store is beautiful. If I had gone alone or with a smaller group, I would have learned about these tiles. I thought they were really beautiful, and there was some kind of demonstration in another side. Again, like everywhere else, the inside of this mosque was so cool, so well ventilated. even though it wasn't artificial air conditioning. Honestly, whatever the Moroccans are doing, it needs to be studied, okay?
The world you can find a lot of monuments, but one where all the people participated, this is the only one which French. That's why there were.
stucco.
This is not Chinese.
Is the roof on the Atlas Mountains.
It's handmade
Chinese,
stuff.
it's handmade. Handmade.
Handmade stuff. Which means that to make it possible,
Everything.
there were 12,500 people working day and night in shifts.
For 7 years.
For 7 years, for more than 50 millions of hours.
Wow.
And there were 2,500, they were builders, right? Because while the builders were preparing the basement, right? Not swimming, the basement, were preparing the basement, right? And then the 10,000 were preparing the stuff in workshops around. That's why I mean they managed to finish it in 7 years to show the commonality between the monotheistic religions and non-secular religions too, right? So the most important part is the one you see it, there is a loudspeaker in the middle. Right?
Where?
There are 3 here. You see the star on top of my head, this one.
Yeah.
There is a round
That
top.
round thing inside.
360 loudspeakers. Right?
So I didn't record a lot of the other places we went to because I was not in the mood to record. I just wanted to actually enjoy being present and getting to know my new friends as well. See how much walking I've done today. I am so tired. And I stopped by the H&M store next to our hotel to get a few things. I want some wide leg pants, jeans for everyone. So let's see if these fit. Say hi.
Ladies of the night.
We are ladies of the night, walking around in Morocco looking for food. Starving. We finally found food somewhere. Again, restaurants were closing really early because of Ramadan. Like they were selling out. So yeah, research where you're going. After dinner, we went to check out a fair nearby, and that was it for day 1. On day 2, we headed to Marrakesh. This was an 8-hour bus ride. Again, plan your trip by yourself.
Here we are. I'm making a stop. This is where? Oh, that's such an ordinary name for such a city.
It's just like
Yeah, I'm making a rest stop. I'm half asleep. But that's fine. So beautiful. Gosh.
After a 15-20 minute break, here we were back on the road again. It was actually nice traveling on Moroccan roads. It wasn't like there were potholes or anything. The topography was really interesting. Watching it change from region to region was interesting. I didn't like the fact that we spent the whole day on the road though. I sound like I'm complaining a lot, right? But by the time we got to our hotel, we could only shower, go for dinner, and that was it. So I felt like we lost an entire day traveling, and it's not like we were with close friends or anything. So it wasn't like a fun road trip. I really don't know what I would have done differently if I was planning this trip myself. I don't know if I would have flown within Morocco. I really don't know. But eventually, Chisom and I started singing, so it wasn't so bad. If I broke the business,
I'm smelling food already. Love it. Hi, girl. Everywhere smells so good. It smells like somebody has food for me already, which makes me very happy. Oh, okay. I absolutely love the outside of my room, but let me show you the inside first. A bathtub. I needed this. Or I need this. I brought a lot of rose scented stuff. I was hoping I would get to use. And it looks like yay. Okay, I like it. The castle. Oh, well, this is big enough for two. Clearly. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Oh God, I wish I came with Jay.
At the point where I started missing man and wanting to be back home, I realized that I needed to take matters into my own hands. So for the rest of my trip, I didn't do all the group stuff. I gathered my crew and we planned our own activities. So next video will be us just having fun, having a ball. Stay tuned, hit the notification bell.